everyone, my name is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a color swatch slash maybe mini review of these markers. So these are the Karin markers, the Brush Marker Pro, and I did get the box that included the neon colors. So these are fairly new. Now I know that there are quite a few videos on these markers already, so really it's more of a color swatch for my viewers. For anyone who's interested in brush pens, because of course you guys know I love collecting different brush pens. It is one of my hobbies and I use them a lot in my bullet journaling and in pieces here and there for my art. So we're going to get into it. I'm going to open the box, show you the reveal. The reveal. It's so beautiful. So this is how they came in the box. They do give you 3 colorless blenders. So now, first and foremost, these pens are definitely blender pens. They are paint. They have a liquid paint in the barrel. I'm not sure if you can really see that right in here. So they do say they're for calligraphy, graphic design, and illustration. So I use them for a little bit of, not so much coloring, definitely for calligraphy. So the markers that are most similar to these, I would have to say, are the Sharpie fabric marker. So they're a fabric brush marker. And I will find them and I will show you what they look like. So here is the pink. They mostly look fluorescent, but they do have the liquid ink in the barrel as well. So most of the brush pens that I have, other than the Sharpie stained and the Karin Pro brush marker, they all have just like the normal marker inside, not like this liquid ink. Actually, I do have one other one that has liquid ink, but I have not done a review on it yet, and it actually is a small brush pen, so I will get to that at a later date. So right now, let's get into the color swatches.
Side of you trying to break through, able to tell the truth. No one else can see you like I do. All you ever do is say how far you wanna go. Baby, I can tell it's just for show. Every line designed to let me know. You know you're already accepted. To me you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I. Together you're afraid to hold my hand, trying to understand. What if this doesn't go as planned? So you don't know what it means to be loyal and kind. I know that you're not blind. Tell me what is really on your mind. You know you're already accepted. To me you're always picture perfect. You think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I. Say that you are. So think you're gonna be rejected. Just say you're in love, 'cause so am I. So am I. Say that you so am I. So am I. Say that you love me. So am I. Say that you so am I. So am I. Say that you love me. So am I.
So I've got a couple of things to say about these markers. So number one, I have played around with these quite a bit, and I find that there are some, of course, some colors I've played around with more than others. Now the colors that I have used before, the tip is much softer, which again makes sense because most brush markers will wear in after you've used them for a while, but I feel like I can't get crazy thin upstrokes with these. And now if I compare them, I'm going to compare them with the Sharpie stain, and I know it's not really a comparison, but also with the Tombos. So I'll see if I can get a similar color in each of these. And not so much to show the formula, because obviously with these paint pens, these honestly are more for blending. And actually, I'm not going to be doing any blending in this video. I might do a project where I blend on different type of paper, because these pens are very juicy, which again is to be expected with any marker that has a liquid inside of it like this. And speaking of, when you have these, most brush pens need to be laid horizontally to prolong the ink. These ones need to be stored vertically. And it is, so basically I just keep them in the box and they're good. So I'm going to compare these two tips first of all. So the Sharpie stained is on the left and the Karin Brush Marker Pro is on the right. So the nib is much larger in the Karin Brush Marker Pro. And now again, these are not really comparison here because it's a different type of marker. But the Tombow, I'd have to say they're about the same size. The Tombos are a little bit longer, but the base of the marker is about the same. Let's just go ahead and write out Tombow with each of these markers and I'll show you. And I feel like for some reason with my Tombows, I have greater control. And I feel like I can get really fine upstrokes. So again, when I'm color swatching, I can't really get the full effect because I'm working within a tight capacity because I'm trying to get all the colors on, in a certain space. And I get really sloppy because I'm trying to go fast, so I don't get the best upstrokes, but I will show you shortly. So these are the Sharpie stained now. These also, I feel like you get a really nice bounce back. And for a lot of people, so mind you, they are a fabric marker, but a lot of people in the community of calligraphy and foligraphy, they really like these markers, and I know why, because I just wish they came with different colors. The tip is really, really nice, and it's a really nice size. It's not too big. Now this is the Karin. Well, that color comparison is really crappy. So now if you're working with care, you can get a really nice upstroke. I'm going to pick a different color now to show the upstroke size of these. Another thing I want to mention, I'm not sure if this was on purpose or by accident. I don't know what other color would come in the box. Mind you, it's a brown color anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter too much. I did receive 2 Cocoa 213s in my box set, so I'm not sure if that was on purpose or if that was a mistake and I should have received a different color. I don't know, but I'm okay with that for now. That's fine. So I'm going to pick a red color here. This is magenta red. And this is the downstroke when I'm pressing as hard as I can. So it is fairly wide. You can get a little bit of a thinner downstroke if you don't press as hard. Look how saturated it looks if you press as hard as you can. So the ink is really, really juicy, and it actually tore up my paper a bit. and it did go through. And remember, this is the Rhodia dock grid paper that I use, so it's very, very smooth paper pad. The upstrokes, if I'm barely pressing at all, you can get fairly thin upstrokes, which is nice. So if I write out, I feel like I can definitely get the benefit of these, and I can still get the thin upstroke if you write a little bit bigger. And I feel like the tip isn't really bending. It does have a good bounce back, maybe the very end of the tip, but if you turn it over to the other side and you write on that side, it's fine. But I would love to do some blending pieces with these. The other thing I want to mention, now these were all of the regular colors. So I believe there were 60 markers. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 7. Yes, 60 regular colors. So these are 60, and then the neon colors are an additional 12. So you get 72 markers in this box that I received. These are the regular colors, and they are not as juicy as the neons. So I find the neon, the brush tip is a little bit more soft, more forgiving, if you will, and the colors are extra juicy. So you can literally see that some of these still have not dried. They are still wet. So I've never, like the only neon colors I have, I would classify the Sharpie stained. They have quite a few neons, like the orange, the pink, and the yellow are just bright neon. And they're not quite as juicy as these ones. And the other thing that I did not mention yet is that they also have a third type of marker, which are the metallic ones. I did not order them this order, but I think I might go ahead because I did end up ordering a blackout book from Archer and Olive just to try it out. So I'm going to get some gel pens and the brush markers. Like I do have one set of metallic brush markers, but I want to try these out as well. And I think it would be cool as headers in a blackout book. So I think that is it for this video. If you guys have any questions about these markers, or if you've tried them out yourself, let me know what you use them for. Do you use them in your bullet journal? I think they'd be good in an Archer and Olive, but I think I would mostly use them for various art techniques and blending. So in the near future, we may do some blending works, some calligraphy and some pieces like that. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you're new here, I'd love if you subscribe to join our little family, and don't forget to ring the bell notification button so you will be notified every time I upload a new video. We'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye now.